toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Bobcats will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sun Devils offense will take the field first. He wants to start this drive with a pass. The short hands, it's Hawkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Hauls it in. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
He'll do it himself. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback.
On a sweet spin, he's free. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They lost ground on first down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Texas State Bobcats offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Back open in the middle. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this.
Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Zings it complete to the right.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. Looking to throw, it's McAllister. Fires to the tight end. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on third down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
The give to the tailback. Picks up the first down, still moving. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Now on first and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas State. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They marched 78 yards down the field, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Wants to throw on first down. The quick out. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Sun Devils really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. The sure hands, it's Garrison. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's McAllister. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Bobcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Sends it back in motion. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And the Bobcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to bully their way in. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Buffalo went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Bulls always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game, but this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got an open man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Quickly to the tight end. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They just keep firing. Gets it out fast. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's McAllister. He's got him in the flat. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. The Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Runs through a tackle. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Inside the 35. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. To the air, it's McAllister. Throws to the back. Got his man. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. It's complete on the right side. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. And the Bobcats trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They'll try the run. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to Frank Bush Field inside Mountain America Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The give out of the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's McAllister. Got the quick pass. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Flips it out to the back. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, get him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Bobcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll go to the ground. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it and still on his feet. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Air Force just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Colorado Springs. They'll enjoy this one all week. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Hawkins. Turning it on. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Sun Devils are marching down the field. Right back to the well. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the 3rd. We've come to the break, and Texas State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. It's complete to the left. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold on.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this.
Oh, look out. The ball's free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, you want to drive a coach nuts, get in a situation where it's easy, and I just got to get a QB sneak and fall forward, and I don't take care of the football. Priority number one, mission number one, got to get that snap, got to fall forward. Big time mistake.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking downfield, it's McAllister. Gets it out quickly. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Setting up the screen. He breaks the tackle. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Pulls it in. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. At the 35, he's loose. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Back to throw, it's McAllister. Makes the catch. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. They'll line up for a second down play. From the gun, the ground game. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Breaks into the open. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And the Bobcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Fresno State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bulldogs performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. On target. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Gonna look downfield again. That's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
On to attempt the try.
Is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Time is of the essence, just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.